Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, here on a Tuesday night for the Top Hat Comics Tour Modified Series. As always, by Crooked Line Short Track Oval Racing. We're getting ready to go 125 laps around Langley Speedway here this evening. Temperature's 80 degrees down here in Hampton for this 0.36 mile oval. These drivers, I was talking to them a little bit before the race, and I heard a couple complaining about it being a little tight and a couple complaining about it being a little too free on exit. So we're going to have to keep an eye on every single one of these drivers tonight and see how the car handles for them this evening. I want to thank you all for tuning in on a Tuesday night. We will be continuing to do the Top Hat Comics Tour Modified Series. Go ahead and bring up your ticker here. Aiden Young is fastest in practice right now with a 14.615. I'm wondering if the track might have cooled down just a little bit before qualifying. Maybe these guys will be running a little bit quicker. But right now, Aiden Young top of the board. Jason Raymond, we saw him race last night. Saw him do a really good job last night, finishing second. He's sitting second right now in practice with a 14.71. As always, we got a few minutes here. I want to see who we can talk to. You know what? Let's bring him up here. Yeah, let's do that. Excellent. 1 second here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, yeah, we're going to go ahead and bring this driver up here now. Driver, the number 52, Jason Day. It's Sam up in the booth. Do you got a copy? See if we can't try and dial him up again. Hey, Jason Day, Sam Baumgarten up in the booth. You got a copy, brother? Alrighty, must have stepped away for just a second. Not a problem. See if we can't find somebody else to talk to here before we get pre-race ceremony started. Yeah, let's talk to the guy who's sitting, see here. Oh, we just had somebody go P2 on the board. Practice, Greg Smith in that 104. You know, actually, yeah, let's bring him up here. Garrett Crow, driver, the number 38. It's Sam up in the booth. You got a copy? Must be having some kind of technical issues here, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently nobody in Discord for me to interview before this race starts, as we're premature with the grid music even tonight. Not a big deal. These drivers are trying to get their laps in. Quite a few drivers have turned quite a few laps, actually. We got Ben McDonald in the number 16. He's ran 112 laps here in practice, almost has ran the full distance of the race. But ladies and gentlemen, if you could please rise and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem, done as always by Joshua Rutherford. Thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for that great rendition of our national anthem. Everybody, please make sure to check out Mullet Music Productions on YouTube to go help out Josh with his music endeavors. Greatly appreciate that. Only about a minute and a half left here in practice. And like I said, there's quite a few drivers who have turned a decent amount of laps here so far in practice. Greg Smith in that 104, he's done 86 laps. We're looking at the number 52 of Jason Day right now, turning a few final laps here in practice. He's done about 90. So I imagine to see a couple of these guys who have turned a lot of laps make their way up to the front of the field, if not qualify up near the front. We know how the weather will affect the track conditions here this evening for these race cars. A little bit cooler. Engines are going to run a little bit higher RPMs. Tires are going to stay a little bit cooler. It's going to be a little bit tighter. We'll just have to keep an eye out for all the action here tonight at Langley Speedway for the Langley 125. Remember, this series, the Tour Modified Series, is presented to you by Top Hat Comics. Also, to be sure to go check out buttkicker.com, another sponsor for this league, along with usafirearms.com. Be sure to check them out. Talking to a few of the drivers before the race, a lot of them saying fuel not going to be a factor here tonight. They think they can make it the entire distance on fuel, so the only time we might see pit stops is for a fresh set of tires. As the checkered flag flies here for practice, like I said, the number 69 of Aiden Young, he is top of the charts in practice. Let's see if he can continue that through qualifying. Question is, who will be the first driver to head out and start taking their 2 laps? Only 5 minutes to qualify here. Looks like the number 5 of Jeff Clifton. He's going to go out on track first, so we're going to go ahead and watch him. Going to take it all the way up to the outside retaining wall, cut it back down, straighten out that corner as much as possible, get a good run here for his first flying lap. Across the line for his first flying lap, Jeff Clifton runs a 14.96, a 14.96 for Jeff Clifton. Gets real loose going down the back straightaway on his second lap, and I think he's just going to end that run and hope that he can hold on to pole with that time. A 15.01 for the number 69 of Aiden Young so far. Coming out of turn number 4, going to go across the line. Was not able to improve. Aiden Young only being able to hit a 14.99. 14.99 for the 69. Number 52, Jason Day, just completed his qualifying run. He puts it top of the charts with a 14.84. The first one to hit the 8.8s in qualifying. Tanner Marr out there finishing his lap. Gets into the wall a little bit. It was good enough for 7th quickest for that number 4. Looks like we got the 71 of Chris Sawyer out on track. Chris said his first time it was good enough for 10th position. Right now down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Running a real interesting line through 3 and 4 across the line. He's going to loop it coming across the line. Was not able to improve on his time, so good enough for 10th quickest with a 15.27. 15.27 for the number 71 of Chris Sawyer. We got Greg Smith out on track in that 104 machine. Down into turns 3 and 4. Right on that yellow line. Coming out of turn number 4 across the line. Was good enough for 3rd place. So, Greg Smith with a 14.89 in that 104. Got the number 17 of Christopher Monroe out on track. Just finishing his qualifying run. Bumps Greg Smith down to 4th. He's going to put it 3rd fastest on the charts with a 14.89. It's like we got only one car left out on track qualifying right now. It's the number 15 of Brandon Mettler. Timing and scoring will show him as the 18, but he is actually the 15 here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. First lap was a 15.32 coming out of turn number 4 across the line. Good enough for 7th position, 14.96 for the number 15 of Brandon Mettler. Looks like we've only had a few drivers electing not to qualify this evening. 14 drivers so far have taken times. We have 18 drivers here at Langley Speedway tonight for the Langley 125. We got about a minute left here in qualifying. And real quick, while we wait for that minute to wrap up, let's go ahead and hear from our one sponsor, Michael Falk Racing Designs. All right, just in time for these drivers to start rolling those Tour Modifieds out on the racetrack and get gridded up for this thing tonight. So let's go ahead and start going through that grid. Jason Day in that number 52. He's going to put it on pole here tonight, with Zach Murphy in the number 29 to his outside. Christopher Monroe in the number 17 is going to be starting P3, with Greg Smith to his outside in the 104. Ben McDonald starting in P5 in that number 16, with Jeff Clifton starting in 6th. Now, Jeff Clifton is going to be the number 5 this evening, ladies and gentlemen, not the 15. So keep in mind, Jeff Clifton is the number 5. Brandon Mettler is going to be starting P7, with Kyle Odanik in the number 21 to his outside. Aiden Young putting it P9 on the starting grid tonight in the number 69. To his outside, Derek Stanley in the number 10. He will be starting 10th. Mitchell, I'm going to try this last name. I'm going to say it's Muma, but I could be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. He's starting P11 in the number 8. And Tanner Marr, he's going to be starting P12 in the number 4. Brett Murphy in that number 64 is going to be starting in P13, with Chris Sawyer in the number 71 starting to his outside. Jason Raymond has to start from the back because he won the last time they raced this series. So Jason Raymond has to start from the rear of the field. Garrett Crow electing to not take a time, starting P16, with Stephen Langdon, starting 17th, and Ronnie Morrison in P18. That's going to round out your grid for this evening as we see the drivers start to roll off, start to get them tires heated up. And we're going to be going green flag racing here at Langley Speedway. I believe we are going to get one to green right here, ladies and gentlemen. We are. Pace car lights are off. You see the 29 swerving, weaving, getting some heat in them tires, cleaning them off just a little bit, getting ready to go. 125 laps here at Langley Speedway. Thank you all for tuning in here tonight on a Tuesday night for True Sim Productions and the Crooked Line Short Track Racing League. The pace car is about to duck on off the field in the hands of the flagman. First start. Green flag in the air here at Langley. Down into turns 1 and 2, Jason Day's going to have to make quick work to clear him. We know how hard it is to pass here. He clears second place, but the 29 is Zach Murphy is going to try and fight hard back. Battle for the third position right now as Greg Smith is stuck on the outside of that number 17. Looks like he's trying to slot back in, try to get down low. He manages to do that right in front of Ben McDonald in that number 16 machine. They're trying to single file out. We know how difficult it is to pass here. It's a low-line racetrack. Definitely going to be using the bumpers here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Day still maintains the lead, but Zach Murphy is right on the back bumper right now, trying to make a move, but can't seem to quite get there. Christopher Monroe, he manages to keep third position with Greg Smith right behind him. Ben McDonald working all over the back bumper, the 104. Brandon Metler, he's sitting in sixth position as of right now. Kind of got a little gap in front of him and behind him. Aiden Young, remember, he was fastest on the practice charts, sitting P7 right now. With the number 21 of Kyle O'Danick, trying to get a run here to get past him. He gets a great run through the center of the corner there, but can't seem to make it happen coming off of turn number 4. Derek Stanley in that number 10 machine is in 9th position, and Jeff Clinton in the number 5, he's rounding out the top 10. Tanner Marr is having a great run so far right now. He's sitting P11. Remember, he started a little bit further back here tonight. Working all over the back bumper of that number 5. And Jason Raymond had to start from the rear of the field. Probably just trying to save some tires right now. It's going to take a lot to get through this field. Sitting P13 is Brett Murphy in the number 64. He's got a clear racetrack ahead of him, trying to run down the number 44, Jason Raymond. The 71 of Chris Sawyer right behind him, following in suit. And then 15th is Mitchell Muma. And it looks like Stephen Langdon might have had some issues. He is showing 3 laps down as of right now. And it looks like Ronnie Morrison and Garrett Crow, unfortunately, did not take the start. Jason Day, though, is still your race leader. He's actually catching up to that lap car of Stephen Langdon. They're going to make quick work of him down on the inside. 29's trying to follow right behind him. 11 laps complete. I'm sorry, 10 laps complete. 11 on lap 11, I should say, here tonight. And Jason Day has led all of them. But he's still going to be sweating because he's got a mirror full of Zach Murphy. Greg Smith kind of fell back from these two just a little bit, maybe conserving a little bit of tire. It's Brandon Metler. He's made his way up into P4 right now. So last time we just mentioned him, he was running P6. Now he's up to P4, managed to gain 2 spots so far at this tough little quarter-mile oval. Let's go ahead and ride on board with second place Zach Murphy. See how close he's getting to the back bumper of that number 52. You hear him working the throttle, doing everything he can, but just can't get the run off the corner to make the pass work. Looks like the car is a little loose, as the drivers were saying. You see him working that wheel hard going down into turns 1 and 2 here. You can tell Jason Day's maybe pulling away just a little bit. He's running a little bit different of a line. Let's go back mid-pack. Tanner Marr has found his way up into P10 right now. Jeff Clifton has found his way into P9. Everybody pretty much single filed out right now, trying to make passes. Jason Raymond, He's sitting in 11th right now, and again, like we said, it's going to take a lot for him to get up to the front of the field tonight for how difficult it's going to be for these guys to pass each other. Tanner Marr slips up just a little bit in the center of the corner right now. Raymond had a look, thought better of it. Back up to this battle for the lead. Zach Murphy still doing everything he can. Jason Day looks like he has a little bit of an advantage on corner exit, where the 29, almost a little bit of contact there through the center of 1 and 2. I think the 29 thinks he's faster, and the only way he's going to be able to take that lead away from the 52 is to move him out of the way. He definitely gets a run in through the center of 1 and 2, but Jason Day better off the corner. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a tight battle for the lead. We got to keep looking for other things going on the racetrack right now, as we got a battle for the 5th position right here, or 4th position, I'm sorry, between Brandon Mettler, the number 15, I'm sorry, and Aiden Young in 5th place, in number 69. Trying to get to that back bumper. Same thing, trying to straighten out that corner. Get a good run off to try and maybe get a run down into the next corner, but very difficult for these drivers to make passes here this evening. 23 laps in the books here tonight at Langley. We have another 126 laps to go. Or 106 laps to go, I'm sorry. My math no good. Oh, it's been a long day, ladies and gentlemen. That's okay. We're going to enjoy tonight, Tuesday night short track racing here. These guys doing a great job putting on a heck of a show so far. And I'm wondering now, because we see that gap between 2nd and 3rd. It has closed just a little bit. Greg Smith saving them tires, making a run. Ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you for tuning in to True Sim Productions here on a Tuesday night. Be sure to go ahead and put in the comments who you are picking this evening. Whether it be a name or car number, let me know. Not sure who I'm picking right now. I'm liking that 52, but the way the 104 has caught up to people, I'm going to have to go with Greg Smith in the 104. We're going to take Greg Smith as the leader's going around lap car of Stephen Langdon again one more time. 29 trying to make quick work of him. If he doesn't, he's going to lose a little bit of time here to that 52. Momentum's such an important thing in these cars. Take a look back here at 11th place. We got a battle between the number 16 and the number 17. Actually, there's a little bit of door contact there between them. The 17 kind of shot him out of the way, and he's going to take over that 10th position. Ben McDonald looks like he's kind of struggling just a little bit as he's falling back. Right behind him, sitting in P12, is the number 10 of Derek Stanley. Now trying to work on the back bumper at number 16, capitalize on that mistake. Great run through the center of the corner, but not able to get the power down coming out of 2. Back up to the front of the field. It actually looks like that 104, he's lost just a little bit of ground. Now under fire from the number 69 of Aiden Young. Remember, Aiden was fastest in practice. We're going to have to keep an eye on him tonight as he's looking to make a move here. Just can't seem to get to the back bumper of that 104, or at least get a nose on the inside of him to take that preferred line away. Such a difficult track to pass at here at Langley. Jason Day still up in the front, has led every lap so far, 35 laps in the books. We are on lap 36 of 125. Whatever Jason's doing right now, he's doing a good job of it because he's managing his tires really well. He's running a really consistent line. He's running consistent lap times according to the timing and scoring. And now it looks like he's even pulling away on Zach Murphy just a little bit. It's now 3/10 gap. So let's go ahead and go through your field once again as we have 37 laps complete here tonight. Jason Day, your race leader, with the number 29 is Zach Murphy right behind him, sitting in second. The 104 of Greg Smith sitting P3 right now, with Aiden Young trying to run him down and take that away, sitting P4. The number 15 of Brandon Metler, he's rounding out your top 5 here tonight, kind of running by himself, trying to run down that number 69. Kyle O'Daynick having a good run tonight as well. He's sitting in P6 in that number 21 machine. And Jeff Clifton in the number 5 sitting P7. Tanner Marr has found his way up into the 8th position in that number 4 machine, with Jason Raymond kind of following him. They've been hooked nose to tail this entire race so far. They're sitting 8th and 9th. Christopher Monroe in that number 17. We saw him move the 16 out of the way just a little bit. He's sitting in P10. Running in 11th is the 16 of Ben McDonald. Was under fire by the number 10 just a little bit ago. Managed to collect himself, get a hold of that race car, and is back to running consistent lap time, sitting there in 11th. The number 10 of Derek Stanley is sitting in 12th spot, trying to run back down that number 16, hoping he'll make another mistake. 64 of Brett Murphy sitting in 13th right now, catching up to the lap down car of the number 19 of Stephen Langdon. Mitchell Muma is running 14th, and Chris Sawyer P15 in that number 71. Like I said, the number 19 right here of Stephen Langdon, you're looking at him. He's the only car a couple of laps down at this point, and we had 2 drivers electing to not take the grid, wondering if something might have happened on pit road. Maybe the engines wouldn't fire or something went wrong. We'd have to find that out. So we go back up to the front of the field, though. Jason Day, still your race leader. Zach Murphy doing everything he can to run him down. It used to be a 3/10 gap. It is now down to 2/10, as they are starting to catch a little bit heavier lap traffic right now. They got to make quick work of that number 71. Now, the 71 might not move over so quickly for that number 52, because if a quick caution comes out, he'll stay on the lead lap. He doesn't want to lose that lap. But once he goes a lap down, I see him lifting just a little bit to let second place go. At that point, you might as well, right? I mean, you already went a lap down. But he's definitely going to fight this leader to try not going a lap down. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this, see how quickly Jason can make quick work of this lap car. Looks like the 71's actually going to be courteous and move up out of the way for both first and second position, and actually going to let third and fourth go as well. So respectful move there by the number 71 of Chris Sawyer. That was just one lap car. We are on lap 50 of 125 here tonight. The laps are ticking off quite quickly. Green flag thus far, as that's what I thought. So I was talking to the owner earlier tonight, ladies and gentlemen, of Tanner Marr. He told me that around lap 50 we would be having a competition caution. However, if we had cautions before that, there wouldn't be one. So this is your competition caution here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And with that being said, we're going to let these drivers go ahead and sort themselves out, recatch their breath. We're going to go ahead and pay the bills. Stick around.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And we are back live once again here at Langley Speedway for the Langley 125. 55 laps complete here tonight. Something interesting happened while we were away at commercial break. Zach Murphy takes over the lead because your first place runner, Jason Day, came down pit road. Not sure if he took 2 tires or 4 tires, but Jason Day pit on lap 52. So we're going to have to watch him try and make his way back up through the field. As the choose cone now going on. See drivers going low, drivers going high. Looked like a couple weren't sure what they wanted to do right there. But we're about to go back. Green flag racing, the field in the hands of the number 29 of Zach Murphy. When will he fire off? Green flag back out in the air here at Langley. Down into turns 1 and 2. Zach Murphy got a great launch there on the start. And look now, my pick, Greg Smith of the 104. He manages to hold off to everybody and take second. We got a side-by-side battle here going on for third place as Kyle O'Daynick takes over third. The 15 of Brandon Mettler, he's stuck on that outside lane. He just keeps going backwards. Not where you want to be here at Langley. Jeff Clifton looking to his inside. He's going to make quick work of that number 15 and bring along the 69 of Aiden Young with him. And also someone we haven't mentioned a whole lot tonight is that 64 of Brett Murphy. He's out there. He just got around the number 15. That 15 is just going backwards. And we know that's what happens if you get stuck on that outside lane. You are just stuck with a freight train on your inside. He's got to find a slot and try and get down there as quick as he can. Back up to the front of the field. It is a tight battle right now for the race lead. Zach Murphy and that number 29 is trying to hold off Greg Smith as Greg a little bit loose, it looks like, coming out of the corner right there. The 21 had to check up behind him. Throw a blanket right here over your top 5 race cars, ladies and gentlemen, because Jeff Clifton in that number 5 says he wants to get in on this. Side by side going through turns 3 and 4. Now the 104 stuck on the high line. Jason Day looking to make a move going down in turns 1 and 2. He's going to do it. He's going to clear him. The 5 of Jeff Clifton trying to make something happen as well. Down in the corner, they're going to bang doors just a little bit, but give the position to Clifton going across the line. Back up to the front, that number 21 is looking to make a move for the race lead here down in the turns 3 and 4 to the bottom side of the racetrack. Give the lead over to Kyle O'Daynick as we have a caution out on the speedway. We have to see who might have been involved with this one here. Looks like it could have been number 8 car. We're going to go ahead and watch it and see what happens. Go to the blimp cam. Oh, wow. We got it up in the front there, right in front of them. Okay. So it looks like the number 4 of Tanner Marr might have been involved there with the number 10, it looks like. Or no, I'm sorry, the number 17. Yeah, the number 4 just gets into the rear end of that number 17 ever so slightly. Let's go on board with Tanner. Yep, just barely touches him in that left rear, and that sends the number 17 around. But while all that was going on, the 21 took over the race lead. And while we were looking at the replay, the number 29 is Zach Murphy decided to bring it on down pit road and take his tires for this evening. So one of the faster cars here tonight now has to work his way back up through the field. Jason Day has already taken tires back on lap 52, and he's sitting P2. He's in a good spot right now. Kyle O'Danick also took tires on lap 52, along with Jeff Clifton and Aiden Young. So pretty split strategies right here. The first person on new tires is that number 29 of Zach Murphy. .67 laps in the books here on lap 68. Waiting for these drivers to go ahead and start the choose cone. All the drivers here for the Crooked Line Short Track Oval Racing Series. They're doing a great job. Choose cone is going on right now. I gotta be more on top of that. Gotta pay attention when it's going 1 to green. As we see everybody choosing, a lot of people choosing that bottom lane, of course. You know, it's almost surprising that not everybody chooses the bottom lane and they just start single file. We know that bottom lane is pretty OP here tonight. Pace car's off. It's in the field in the hands of the number 21. He's going to fire off. Green flag back out in the air here at Langley. Jason Day is going to try and clear that 64, but good jump for the number 21. Jeff Clifton down to the inside, trying to make something happen for P3. They're side by side back here for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Tanner Marr stuck on the high side. Under pressure there now from the number 10 of Derek Stanley. Looks like Stanley might have cut him a break just a little bit right there, because Tanner slots back down and gets back down to that inside lane. Jason Raymond, we said he had to make his way up through the field tonight. Last pit on lap number 53. So he is on them older tires. He's under pressure right now by the 29 is Zach Murphy. Fastest laps of the race are being set here right now. Jason Day just set a 14.66. Trying to run down that race leader of the 21. Gets a really good entry, really good through the center of the corner, but can't get the power down off the corner. Let's go back and take a look at this gaggle of cars right here. Tanner Marr in the midst of it with the number 10 of Derek Stanley, Jason Raymond, Zach Murphy. They're all in there. The 104 of Greg Smith trying to work his way back up to the front of the field. Christopher Monroe has a little bit of track in front of him and behind him. No pressure, just kind of riding, saving his tires right now. He's another one that pit on lap 66, so he has some fresh rubber underneath that race car. A few cars, look at that, using every bit of the racetrack coming off of turn number 4. Number 21. Oh, Jason Day puts it to the outside retaining wall. He was complaining a little bit earlier about this car being a little too tight for his liking. We're witnessing it firsthand right now. He's going to drop back to 3rd position, allows Jeff Clifton. He moves up into 2nd, now trying to chase down the leader. It's about a half a second gap right now from 1st to 2nd. As long as Kyle can maintain that pace and just be smooth, I think he might have a win here tonight. As I say that, the number 5 is closing that gap, and Jason Day getting back in his rhythm. And they're both running them down. Aiden Young is now trying to run down your race leaders here. He's sitting in 4th position. Tanner Marr has found his way up inside the top 5. Derek Stanley in P6 with Jason Raymond found his way up into 7th position right now. Zach Murphy, those two trying to fight their way back up to the front of this thing. We got to go back up to the front of the field, though, because this is a 3-car battle for the lead. It could get interesting here. Not many laps to go here at Langley. Will these drivers use the bumpers to move somebody for a win here tonight? We've seen a lot of patience thus far. The 5 is better through the center of the corner, it looks like. Jason Day trying to follow him. Oh, looks like Clifton might have had a little bit of a slip up there. Allowed Jason to get to the back bumper there. Kyle's looking in his rearview mirror, maybe hoping those two will get side by side. He can pull back out to a little bit more comfortable of a lead. He's running a real interesting line, not as far down on the racetrack as I thought he'd be in 1 and 2, but right down on that yellow line in 3 and 4. They're coming up on some lap traffic here, so it should make this race a little bit more interesting as these drivers try to work their way around the lap cars. Let's go back a little bit further. Zach Murphy is putting all the pressure he can on the back of that 44 machine. Just can't seem to get the pass done. That's allowing Tanner Marr to kind of space himself out just a little bit, holding on to that 5th position. So look a little bit further back. The 64 getting passed there by the number 8. The 16 looking to the inside, trying to make something happen. This is for 11th, 12th, and 13th position right here. A little bit of the bumper being used right there on the 64. 16's trying to move him up out of the groove. Can't get a run going down the front straightaway, so he's going to slot back into P14. Back up to the front. Clifton is again back on the back bumper of that number 21 as they catch the lap car of Stephen Langdon. Only person who's going to struggle just a little bit right there is Jason in that 52, but he makes quicker work with him. We got a yellow flag out on the speedway. Might have been Ben McDonald there. I'm not quite sure. Let's see what happens here. Oh, yeah, there it is. Another classic case of those bumpers just not aligning, getting into the left rear quarter. Let's see if we can't get a better replay on that. So he goes down in the corner. Yep, just a little bit of a bump. Sends that 64 around. Not sure what happened to the 16 after that, but not sure if he had to put that car on the hauler or not for that. Maybe a little history there between those two drivers. Not too sure. The 16 is not on track currently. Race leader still Kyle O'Danick. Jeff Clifton still running in second. On lap 94 of 125, this thing is almost over. Should be seeing a lot more risky moves being made here. Not much time to do it. As we said all night, this track is very difficult to pass at. If you can't get a run coming off the corner and get to somebody's inside, it's almost impossible to pass on the outside. Looks like they might be getting ready to come to the choose cone here this time. Oh, nope. Probably next time. So hard to tell. But that gave you a good shot of the field nonetheless. Again, thank each and every one of you for tuning in here on a Tuesday night for the Top Hat Comics Tour Modified Series. We greatly appreciate it. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video. Helps us out a ton. There we go. Choose cone in effect. First 4 cars taking the bottom. Tanner jumping to the high side. That was a pretty good move for him, I'd say. He's the only car thus far to go to the high side. Was that the move of the race? Can he hold it? That's the question. Is he going to get freight trained on that inside lane? Coming to the green flag, though. 21 fires off. We're back underway. Tanner Marr's got a great restart on that outside lane. He's going to try and pinch off that number 5 going into turns 1 and 2. Try and make something happen, but he doesn't. He's going to have to slot back in right here. Move Tanner Marr up in the 3rd position. That was a good strategy call by that number 4. Now under pressure by the number 52 of Jason Day going down into turns 1 and 2. Tanner doing everything he can trying to make a move on the number 5. As they all race, though, the number 21 of Kyle O'Danick has gapped himself just a little bit. It's about a 4/10 gap from 2nd place. He's got a little bit of breathing room here with 26 laps to go. Everybody pretty much single filed out rather quickly here. Jason Day and that number 52 is doing everything he can to try and get Tanner up out of that groove and make a run. The 29 back here still. Oh, the 52 in the wall again. Problems for Jason Day once again going down the back straightaway. He's losing a ton of time. Oh, and makes contact there with the number 8. 25 laps to go here at Langley. Kyle O'Danick still leads this thing. Jeff Clifton still trying to run him down. Tanner Marr doing everything he can to take over that 2nd spot. And now Aiden Young has his hat in the ring. Jason Raymond started dead last here this evening due to winning last week. And he has found his way up inside the top 5. But with heavy pressure by that number 29. Remember, the 29 has fresher tires, but just can't get the power down to make the run off the corner. He gets the run through the center, but just can't quite get there. We go back up to the front of the field. The number 5, Jeff Clifton, is starting to run down race leader just by a little bit. That time by, it was a 15:09 to a 14.91 for 1st and 2nd. So Jeff is just a little bit quicker. Looks like Tanner had a great run through the center of the corner there. Had to lift off the throttle. He's going to lose a little bit of his momentum. Now going to be under fire by the number 69 of Aiden Young. As I apologize for the stuff in chat, ladies and gentlemen. True Sim Productions in no way condones that kind of stuff in our chat. How it pops up, I have no idea. But back to the race. The more important thing of the evening. That 21, he's only got 17 laps. He's got to hold off that hard-charging number 5 to make it happen here tonight. Tanner Marr has fallen back just a little bit off the back bumper of that number 5. And now, as we said before, Aiden Young doing everything he can to try and make Tanner make a mistake. If he makes him make a mistake, he can get underneath of him and try and get that pass done and get a podium here this evening. Jason Raymond, though, he's actually catching these guys just a little bit. I mean, we got pretty much 6-7 cars here all battling for basically the win, because anything can happen, right? We can see that number 5 give the bumper to the 21. They move each other. It allows Tanner to get a run. They could wreck. Anything could happen here. I see somebody out in chat. I see Tempest out there in chat. The 5's going to take him. The gap keeps changing, though. As we see right there, it looks like he has another little slip up, that number 5. That time by, he was just a little bit slower than the race leader. Let's go on board here with Tanner Marr. You can see what he sees. A big wiggle out of the number 5 right in front of him. You can tell these drivers are doing everything they can. Tanner working the wheel like crazy, trying to get up there, but he just can't seem to get to the back bumper of that number 5. Oh, looks like a little loose there for the number 4. You hear him working that throttle. 9, laps to go. All Kyle has to do now is just hold on and pray these lap cars work with him as he starts to catch them. He's catching the number 19 of Stephen Langdon. Stephen has been very cordial thus far the entire race, letting these guys go. He's going to stay high. Seven laps to go. He's working his way around the lap car right now. Jeff Clinton's got to make quick work of him now. Down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Jeff's going to get around him clean and clear. Now he's just got to run back down that number 21. It is about a half a second gap right now. Kyle is running faster lap times than that number 5. We see Joe Adaynick out there in chat rooting for the number 21. 5 laps to go for Kyle Adaynick in that number 21 machine. He's praying for no cautions. He's praying that number 5 gets smaller in his mirror. 4 laps to go this time by. This is the battle right here, ladies and gentlemen. You see the gap. Tanner Marr is about a second off of second place right now, so he is unfortunately not in the picture as of right now. But that number 5 is starting to close in just a little bit. He has ran faster both times that time. 3 laps to go. Coming out of turn number 4, we're going to see popsicle sticks in the air for the number 21. Down the back straightaway, the number 5 doing everything he can, trying to get the power down, trying to get to the back bumper. Out of turn number 4 for Kyle Adaynick. It's going to be white flag in the air. 1 lap to go here at Langley. The 5 is there. Can he make a last-ditch effort move here in turns 3 and 4? He sends it into the bottom. He can't get to the bumper coming out of turn 4. It's going to be Kyle Adaynick taking the win. Great run by the number 21 here this evening. Jeff did everything he could there to try and get to him. Couldn't make it happen. And Tanner Marr bringing home P3 once again. Pretty sure he took 3rd last night as well. So 2 podiums in a row for Tanner. Congratulations on that for him and his team. But the talk of the night is this gentleman right here in the number 21 managing to hold off everybody. Gonna park it right there. There we go. Couldn't find the right camera. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and take another quick commercial break. And when we come back, post-race interviews, stick around.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
All right, and we are back live, and I actually am now catching up with our third place finisher, Tanner Martin, driver of the number 4. Do you got a copy?
I got you loud and clear, brother. What's going on?
Hey, 2 podiums in 2 days. I mean, we got to talk about that first of all. How'd you manage to pull off P3? It seemed like you took the right call there, taking the high side on that last restart.
You know, nobody wanted high side, right? And I understand. I completely get it. And I've said from the get-go since Choose Come was brought in, if the high side's there and it's going to put me to the front, we're going to take it no matter what. And first time it didn't work out, second time it didn't work out, but that third time finally got down, right? Because that inside lane, you would just get freight trained once you're on the high side. And luckily, I kind of put my elbows out and just got down, and that's all she wrote, basically.
Now, if you had a few more laps, we know you took tires a little earlier in the race. Do you think you would have been able to run down those top 2, or were you pretty much content riding with third place?
So I tried to take tires earlier, and Iracing glitched. I did not get tires earlier. Actually had a wreck on pit road too, so car was completely killed, I thought, and so I was content to be in top 5. Third was just a blessing. If we had 3 more laps, I was going to be a sitting duck, I believe. I mean, I don't think I can stay up there, because I'll be honest, Sam, I'm never tired sim racing, but ever since I got this direct drive and then Langley tonight, my arms feel like straight jello. I mean, I know I sound like a little girl saying that, but straight jello right now. So a few more laps, we wasn't lasting.
All right, man. Well, hey, you got third place. Who you got to think on that car?
I got to thank you and True Sim Productions coming on board, Logan and back watching it. I got to thank all the guys over at Five Kings Motorsports. I know we had a few of us out here tonight, and Day was running really good. I think he gained some laps led, but ultimately something happened. TheBugHater.com, of course. MS Race Designs, Band Racing Videos, McConey Setup Shop, Raise Energy, FB Sim Racing Button Box, Savage Edge Apparel, Building Blocks. I mean, that's my family's local business. They've owned it for almost 31 years now, so going strong with that. And of course, got to thank the series sponsors, Top Hat Comics, USAFarms.com, and Maine's Mobile Truck Service. That's a fairly new one, so I may have butchered that one. And got to thank you, Mr. Baumgarten, up here in the booth calling all the action. You know, just brought you on board and hearing fantastic comments about that. And freaking love it, man. Freaking love it.
Well, hey, you know what we strive for here at True Sim Productions. That's why we brought you on as a broadcaster as well. So I'm glad that we're making everybody happy for your leagues. But we'll let you go ahead and celebrate your third place finish, and we got to talk to second place.
But thank you for the good luck since you came on. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. That was driver of the number 4, Tanner Marr, bringing it home here, third place. And I actually have to go ahead and catch up with our second place finisher, Jeff Clifton. Jeff Clifton, driver of the number 5. This is Sam in the booth. You got a copy?
I do. How are you, buddy?
Oh, doing good, man. Hey, that was actually almost a good finish there. You almost had him. Is there anything you think you could have done differently in those closing laps? Because we saw you try to give the bumper there coming out of turn 4.
Yeah, I was fully committed to the old bump and run there, but I made too many mistakes on that last green flag run to capitalize on it. There was a couple times where I was there. There were a couple times that I gave him a shot and just couldn't really do anything with it. I took 2 tires there towards the middle of the race, I believe. I think it was like lap 60 or something like that. But that really loosened the car up a bit. And I mean, I don't know if you saw, everybody else was battling just a tight race car pretty much all night. And it felt like, to me at least, I felt better on longer runs than everybody else. I felt like I had better long run speed, and I feel like maybe if I had a couple more laps I could have done something with it, but I mean, I'm happy with a second. I didn't think I was going to finish anywhere near the top 5 at this track tonight.
Well, hey, man, you managed to pull home a second place finish podium. Who you got to thank on that number 5 machine? I'm sorry, number 5.
True Sim Productions, you, Tanner, Jason, all the guys that put the work into the broadcast. And you know, I know our other broadcaster, I guess they stepped away, and you guys came in on really short notice, and you guys are doing a heck of a job. So it's fun to go back and watch the broadcast afterwards, and you know, I kind of use them as like a like an analyzing tool to watch how I race and, see if I can do anything better. And, with the way that you guys broadcast, it's easy to follow the action, and it's very clean and professional looking. So we appreciate you guys doing that for us. And then I believe the title sponsor for the series is Top Hat Comics. So got to thank those guys too. So, yeah.
All right, man. Well, hey, we appreciate the kind words, as always, from me and everybody at True Sim Productions, and we'll let you go ahead and celebrate that second-place finish.
Thanks, bud.
That was driver the number 5. I'm going to get that right. All my timing and scoring is 15, but the number 5, Jeff Clifton, your second-place finisher here tonight. But we have to talk to the man of the hour. He had a great run this evening, managed to hold off everybody for the win. The number 21, Kyle O'Danick. Sam in the booth, you got a copy.
I got you, Sam.
So you got to walk me through that, man. I know Jeff said he was trying to give you the bumper. He said he tried it a couple of times. Were you worried there, or did you think you pretty much had it locked in?
I was a little worried if he got in a little too heavy, but we go so slow in the turns that these things aren't really going to break loose if they get into you. So as long as I just didn't give him the bottom, I was fine with it, and I was just kind of managing the gap, really. Just I saw they were overdriving entry a little bit, so I was just trying to be aware of that, and just manage the distance, make sure I had clean exits, and make sure I pull away on the straightaways, which worked out.
So did you find it more difficult to get your way up through the field to get yourself in a spot to win this thing? Because we saw you pit on lap 52. Did you take 2 tires? Did you take some fuel? What'd you do there to get yourself up in a position to win?
I took 2 tires and 2 gallons because it was really close on fuel. I think I would have been all right. But, I thought I kind of screwed it up, and then got the restart there, and I got ahead of Jason. I knew that was important because he was the other one on 2 tires, and then got past the guys on old tires, and just had to hold my gap. I feel not bad, but I kind of, again, managed my distance to Jason and made sure that we kept more people in the mix, so it's not just me and Jason straight up, because I think it was faster. So just tried to keep the field tighter behind me, and it worked out.
Well, let's talk about them sponsors, man. Who do you got to thank for that 21 machine?
We got Props.Cash on board for this season and for all my races. They're really good helping out with sports betting and giving all the statistics that everyone needs to do good sports bets. So we got a promo code right now, Iracing, lowercase I, all uppercase racing, and get 25% off first month. So if people can go check that out, it'd be great, and it'd help. And I want to thank you guys, True Sim Productions. Do a really good job. I watched the broadcast from last night's race, and it was awesome. So glad to be racing and having you guys broadcast it, and everyone at Crooked Line do a really good job. It's a lot of fun to race here, so good competitive league.
All right, man. Well, hey, we appreciate the kind words from True Sim Productions for sure. We're going to continue to give you the best product we can, and we're going to let you go celebrate that win tonight, man. Go enjoy it, and we'll see you again next week.
All right, thanks, guys. I just want to give a quick shout out to my dad if he's still watching.
Yeah, he was in there. Is it John?
Yeah.
He was in the chat. Said number 21. So.
Yeah. This one's for him. So I'm glad he's still watching if he is. So.
All right, man. We'll go celebrate that win. We'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, guys.
There's driver the number 21, Kyle O'Danick. And you heard it, ladies and gentlemen. That makes me feel really good. These drivers have said nothing but kind words about this broadcast since we took over. We did take over rather quickly. Had to help Tanner out. We know the struggle, but overall, your race results on your screen. That's going to do it for me here tonight on a Tuesday night. I want to thank you once again for coming out. Please make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. Helps us out a ton. And go check out these league sponsors, man. Go check out Top Hat Comics, USA Firearms. Go check out those guys. Also check out MF Racing Designs. We talked about them just a little bit tonight. There's another one that I want to mention before we leave. I believe, Maine Mobile Truck Service. We always have to shout them out. Tanner said they're new. We got to get a logo in this software for them next week. We most certainly will. But shout out to all the major sponsors that help put this stuff on. We greatly appreciate it. Shout out to Tanner for putting the leads on and helping with True Sim Productions. And shout out to all of you watching and helping us out. We greatly appreciate it. I'm Sam Baumgarten. We'll see you next week for the same 2 races, Super Late Models and the Tour Mods, Monday and Tuesday. But also, don't miss tomorrow night. Tanner takes over for the 87s. 87 cars tomorrow night at Daytona. And he also has the Street Stock League on Saturdays. And also, don't forget to catch Blazing Pedals on Sunday. Again, we'll see you next time. Y'all have a good evening.